Hey guys, Scott with Heritage Farms, Texas. Well, here we are, 4th of July weekend, and we are headed to the farm. So I'm going to burn a vacation day and try to do a little work. So the topic of this video is blessing or a curse. Well, we had some good fortune. Of course, timing's everything. But so on a couple of our pieces of property, since we're on county roads, we have road access, and there is highline wires or power lines that run down one side of the roads. Well, what the county does, or the electric company, is when the trees grow up on the fence row and they reach a point where they're touching the power lines, they contract out and they have this group come in and they basically clean the fence row off all the way down to fence level, so 4 foot tall. Well, on our fence rows, I mean, we had barbed wire fence through there. The fence rows were grown up with cedar trees and everything. And quite honestly, my fence was an optical illusion. Cows wouldn't go through there because the trees were so thick, they just didn't want to mess with it. And basically, the trees were holding up the rusted, rotted, broken barbed wire fence. So fast forward, they came through and did an outstanding job of mulching. They brought in 4 big pieces of equipment. They had a pivot forestry cutter with a boom arm that would raise up, I don't know how high, and extend with a massive circular saw on it. They had a massive pivot they had a pivot mulching unit that probably had an 8 foot wide mulching head on it. The tires on this thing were taller than I am, so they had to be 6 to 8 foot tall tires. Huge piece of equipment. Then they had a skid steer with a small mulching unit, and then they also had a skid steer with a grapple on it. And as they would just go through there and wreak havoc, they would pick up the pieces, put it back in front of the mulching unit on that massive one, and just keep on trucking. I mean, these guys did a phenomenal job, and the beautiful thing about it is they cleaned off the fence row and it cost me absolutely not a single penny. So we'll show you some before and after pictures. The bad news is they tore up my barbed wire fence, and now I've got to do massive fencing repairs. And honestly, I'm on my way down right now just to assess the situation and determine if I just need to go ahead and put a new fence in versus trying to repair this old one. Or do I do a hybrid and put a new corner post and stretch post in and maybe 2 new strands of wire and try to salvage what I have? So I've got to assess it. So let me tell you, July in Texas is not the time to be doing fence repair or putting in a new fence for that matter. So that's the curse part of this weekend. The blessing part of it is that we got all the work done for free. The curse side is now the work is just going to begin. I may also just kick the can down the road. I may come in there and just patch it up a little bit, put an electrical fence on the inside of it, like 4 or 5 feet on the inside of our property. That way I can work on it when I get a little bit of time between now and the fall. And then when time and weather allows, I can replace it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do an assessment today, but blessing or curse. I think it's a blessing that they did all this work, but it may be a curse with all of the work I have to do now. But we'll show you some pictures. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop on the way in at the tractor supply store. I'm going to pick up some Tordon, T-O-R-D-O-N, which if you guys have never used it, it's stump killer by, I can't remember who makes it, Ag Chemical or Dow, one of the big major chemical companies, DuPont. But what this stuff does, man, is when you cut a tree or you cut a brush, if you put this on the cut edge of the stump, it will kill that stump instantly. Well, I say instantly. It just won't grow back. It's good stuff. It's phenomenal. It's easy to apply. It comes with a little squeeze top on it, so you don't have to spray it or worry about wind or anything. It's just like using a bottle of dishwashing soap. You turn it upside down, put a little bit on the stump, and you move to the next one. So I'm definitely going to get that so I can at least stop this. I'm also going to buy some Remedy and some Roundup, and we'll come back and spray these fence rows and make sure we kill everything from regrowing while we're in the process of trying to determine our path forward. So there you go, guys. More to follow. Okay guys, so now you can kind of see where they came in here, and boy, they started really whacking things pretty good. So you can kind of see the fence row, what we're dealing with there, and what this thing looks like. But man, look on one side of the road how it's grown up, and then look on the other side, all of the work that they did, man. Anyway, so boy, we're gonna have to really check this thing out and see if the fences are held up. I mean, are they still standing? What did they do? What did they do? So we'll just have to figure this out one step at a time. Look at that, man. They left that tree like that. They could have cut that off. Urgh. Well, I guess the fences aren't all that bad. Don't look great, that's for sure. I'm pretty happy with the green grass out there though. It looks pretty good for the time being, but yeah, as you can tell, I've got some work to do. Yes, I do. And then you get to this point, and oh, now these fences here, look. This looks pretty bad here. Man, man, man. Well, Mama said there'd be days like this. So now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do with this stuff. You know, am I going to cut it off at the ground? What to do? What to do? I mean, I pretty much have no fence there. That's honestly just no fence to speak of. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah. Got some shit to deal with there, that's for sure. All right, guys, well, not sure why they left all of these trees on this side and why they didn't get them. Not sure about that at all. But we'll just have to see. Man, it doesn't even look like the same place. It looks so different. So, and then over here on this side, wow. They did a number over there too. All right, guys. Well, that's what we're dealing with. Okay, guys, here's the equipment that they were using. They were using a skid steer. You can see John Deere 333G. They had a nice grapple attachment on the front of it. They had a Fecon, I think is how you pronounce it, Fecon, mulching head. Nice little trailer they have here. Looks good, looks good. But here is the beast. This is the mother of all mothers. I mean, look at this. You talk about a tree killing, mulching machine. This is something from, what's the Mad Max? Hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about. I'd love to play with this bad boy for a few days. So I don't even know what you call this thing, man. It's a Hydro Axe 721E blunt. Look at that. Look, oh, you gotta love anything that has a cage across the top of the doors. Look at that. So, you know, I'm 6'2", and look at that tire. That tire is almost the same height as me. That is massive, massive, massive. Pivots in the middle. That is one freaking impressive machine. So they were coming through here and they were utilizing this machine, and then they would take this one, and as the big machine tore stuff up and it came loose, the little guy would come back with the skid steer, pick it up with the grapple. He would put it in front of this guy, and they would just continue to feed the beast. Feed the beast, 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 feed the beast. I want you to look at that. So curse or blessing? I'm thinking blessing, because I couldn't afford to run that guy for 3 or 4 days on my property like they did. So glad they were here. Walk up here, I gotta look at a little spot. So there was a stump up here. Right there's the stump. And they came in here and wiped that little stump out for me. Greatly, greatly appreciated. All right, guys, I'll show you more. Thanks. So what we're doing is we're cleaning out this fence row using the New Holland 5060. And what we're trying to do is get rid of all of these cedar stumps all along the way. And that's basically how you do it. It's good old East Texas soil, you just push it away. So you can see how far we've come. We're making pretty good progress. Okay guys, well, we are back at it. We are in the middle of blood and guts. So yesterday we came in, we took out all the T-posts, we took out all the barbed wire, we pushed over a bunch of the cedar stumps, and now we are coming back and cleaning this thing up. You know, the mulchers did a pretty good job, and pretty pleased with what they did, but now we're coming back trying to get this thing leveled down a little bit, smoothed up, and then maybe in a week or so we'll be setting some stretch posts, corner posts, and then after that it's off to the races. We just have to do T-post and start stringing wire, but hey, we're working on it one bite at a time. So here's the New Holland 5060, and we got the box blade, and this is kind of like the first couple of passes that we're doing coming down the fence row. And what he's doing is he's going super slow, and he's pulling up the roots and some of the stuff that was left behind from the trees. Can you see how dusty it is, man? It's like dust tornadoes behind the tractor. But yeah, basically just moving, trying to get stuff to come in here, trying to clean it up. You can see he's getting all of the big roots and stuff behind. What this is going to allow is when we get ready to start putting the new fence up, we'll have a nice, smooth, level surface, easy to work on. Plus we'll have one hell of a bonfire here with this big old brush pile. You can see what he's dragging up. There he goes. He'll come off and dump it. What do you guys think? Am I going to need a new air filter after this little project? I think it's possible. Very, very possible. But yeah, up on the top side up there, man, he's already just made a couple of passes, and it's already starting to look a lot more level, and starting to look pretty good actually. So I kind of like it. Watch this. He's going to come here. He's going to push that into the rest of that big pile. This is the kind of stuff, man, that takes time, but you know, on a hot summer Texas day, that's about the only kind of work you can do is inside of a tractor. And the New Holland 5060, knock on wood, has been working great so far. So there you go. What a mess. Once again, blessing or curse. I think it's going to turn out to be a blessing, but I have to tell you, the last couple of days, it's almost felt like a curse. But this is the kind of project you would love to do in November, December, January, February when it's cold and you know you can layer and not bad. But right now you can work a few hours in the morning, but then you can't do anything out in this hot sun. It's like 100 today, heat index 113. So I'm sitting in a shade tree supervising today. Yep, or being lazy, one of the two. I just can't handle this heat and humidity though. All right, guys, there you go. More to follow. All right, right, guys, this pretty much wraps up stage 1 of the fence clearing project. So it all started when the power line company came in. We came in and we removed the old fence, took out all the T-posts. And we are making progress. What a beautiful day, 4th of July. We're gonna knock off here pretty soon around 1 or 2 o'clock, but so far, what a blessing in Texas. It's been raining, misting, and anytime you can get rain in the month of July, you'll take it. But look at that fence project. So the last 2.5 days have been blood and guts, but we've moved along and we're moving in the right direction. So very, very pleased with the progress. Man, there was just so many cedars, so much stuff. So we'll get this all wrapped up. Hey, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of this type of video, hit the subscribe button. It's free, man. Greatly appreciate it. Hey, leave us a comment. What do you think? So next step's going to be setting post and getting ready to string barbed wire. Thanks.